Hello, successionaires, and welcome to the TV and conference call talk show, The Road to Success. I'm your host, Professor William Murray, and president of the Millionaire Mastermind Institute, which is an institute for entrepreneurs, future entrepreneurs, or those that want to build a better life. It's at the institute where millionaire mindsets, lifestyles, and businesses are made. We take you from idea to implementation and beyond. See, the talk show is here for you. This is your talk show. I just happen to be the host. We talk about any and everything. There is no topic that we won't talk about at one time or another. It's totally up to you. I get emails, I get text messages, and I listen to you. I listen to you because you know what you want to hear. And that's just what I want to teach you or talk about or have a guest for. And as always, the God in me greets and blesses the God in you. You know, we had a fantastic show the other night. And I want these shows now to be informative. We were talking about the value of wheels. Well, tonight we were talking about how to save money. And we all can use that. I don't care how poor or how much you got or how much you don't have. We're going to talk to you about how to save money. Because the money you save is yours. And I often tell you, who needs the money more, you or million or billion dollar corporation or company or millionaire? Who needs the money more? And there are ways to save money that we just don't know about, y'all. We just don't know about it. So I got a gentleman on tonight, y'all. We're going to have a good time, me and my buddy. I call him a friend. He's really one of my clients. But we became friends. We became friends. I'm trying to get one of my apps to work. There it is. Now there's that one. Now I got one more to work on. There it comes. There it comes. Oh, there it is. You know, it's hard when you got to do everything. And I got to, you know me, I got to do everything, y'all, because I don't have nobody in my studio but my missus. And hello, Derek. Glad to see you watching, my brother. Now, if you want to put something in the feed, Derek, all you got to do is type it in and we'll cover it. Let me do this. We're going to get this thing going, man. We're going to get it going. The nice title of the show, y'all, is Overpaying Your Bills. Now, this brother that I got on this evening is going to save you some money. How you doing this evening, Brother Drew Walker?
Hey, Brother Mary. Man, I tell you, I'm just delighted to be on this evening, man. I'm overjoyed. But, you know, to the greatest extent, man, I'm just humbled to be a part of your program tonight.
Well, man, I want to have people on who's going to help the public, who's professional at a specific thing, and know how to give the people the information that they need. It's just that simple. And you qualify, you fit that, brother. You know, we've been, I don't know what knowing each other. I've been coaching you now 5 or 6 years.
We met in 2015.
Oh, that's almost 7 years, man.
And since then, we've just been interacting and collaborating together. And certainly you've been a boon in sharing information with me, keeping me focused on a lot of business strategies. And I think, and I just got to share it right quick, one of the most important things that I've ever learned from you is business etiquette.
Yeah.
because everybody that has a business card is not in business.
That's right. You're right. You're right. Oh man, you're so right. And they are entrepreneurs. What they have is a hobby. And that's a lot of people I don't realize. You know, you got to know business. You got to have the etiquette, and you got to know the rules and regulations for business in order to be successful. But I got a question for you, Brother Drew.
Yes, sir.
Who is Brother Drew Walker? Who is Andrew Walker?
Now, I'm still trying to figure him out myself. But, you know, I'll start, and I'm just going to use a couple of minutes just to share it. I'm not going to go, a long drawn out thing. But I was coming out of boot camp. Biloxi, Mississippi. I was at the Gulfport Airport. And I was in the gift shop, and I was twirling the books around, and the word magic passed by me. I said, let me turn this thing. And I turned it back around, and the book read, the title was The Magic of Thinking Big. And I got on the plane, and I took that book, and I started reading it. There's a cliche, but it has a lot of truth to it. Once your mind is expanded by an idea, it never goes back to its original state.
Fact.
And when I finished that book, I was a different person. I was in the military, but just that little bit gave me a different mindset, just like that. So in reading that book, my passion always been becoming an entrepreneur. At that particular time, I didn't know really where I was going, but I found that direct sales was a passion for me. And I've been asked, man, why you pick a profession that, man, you really got to be tough, man. I said, one thing that is important to me about building a business is not centered around making money. It's centered around building a passion and a purpose.
And giving value.
And giving value. And one thing that I'm willing to do, and Martin Luther King said it so eloquently that I just have to repeat it. You don't have to be erudite. You don't have to have a BS, PhD, doctor, teacher. The only thing you need is a willingness to serve. And the greatest among you are going to be a servant of the people. So I don't mind serving. I'm in a capacity to serve. And that's my passion, is serving. And the business that I'm in, the service that I present to the marketplace is a service that anyone, everyone, everybody's not, but can be used by anyone. And to me, no one is too big or no one is too smart to use the service.
Now, you just like me, you're a country boy, am I correct?
Man, I was born and raised in a rural area in Virginia. Lawrenceville, Virginia is about 70 miles south of the capital, which is Richmond. Just growing up normal, just like any other. Well, when I say normal, mother, father, siblings. My parents were great. I never went without a piece of bread in my life until I got out on my own. That was by choice. And what I'm saying is, I didn't know that we wasn't financially per se rich, man, because the love was there.
Well, you like me, man. I didn't.
Love made the
We weren't
difference.
poor. We just didn't have no money.
You had no money, man. But my parents made do, man. I didn't
That's
know
what
it.
I'm saying. Yeah, I understand exactly.
Yeah.
So now you retired. How long ago did you retire?
Man, I came out the federal government in 2016. And I've been through the 40-40-40 plan. I'm blessed to have gone through that. And so I understand working 40 hours for 40 years to retire on 40% of what I was struggling to live with when I was working. So I understand that. But now I see it because I've lived it. And as I was working, I said, I'm not going to stay on this job until I'm 66 or 67 years old. So I came out at 62. And I felt that passion was pulling me. Like Steve Harvey said, sometimes you just got to jump and develop the wings on the way down.
Yep. Well, you know,
So
man,
I took the jump.
if you and I know how you love my last book that I got. Where is it? Whatever. It's out of here. In here, in the road to success. I mean, climbing success mountain. Where I got a partner. Where at the end of the story, what he say? It told come to me. And you're at the mountaintop. He said, success said, come to me. And you were hesitant. And then he said, come to me. And when you stepped into his arms, he turned you around, he pushed you off the mountaintop, and you flew.
Man, you know, I think about getting to do something and gotta do something.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing to get to do something. And I get to meet people. I get to talk with people. I get to learn from people. And that's the beauty, because that learning process is the playground of mind development. And in your book where you have written about the mind is a garden, your thoughts are seeds, you can plant flowers, you can grow flowers, you can grow weeds.
Yeah.
But individuals don't really think about that. But when I read that book, The Magic of Thinking Big, I started planting seeds in my mind, which over time became habits.
There you go. And see,
Because
when you got positive things in your mind, man, and you're thinking positive, you're acting positive, you're reading positive, and you're living positive, your life is going to be positive.
See, everything I've done, and I'm not going to say like real negative, but they were not conducive to me getting to where I want to go.
Yeah,
bad
but
habits.
your negative to do things like that, if you got a positive mind, is nothing but a lesson.
Had to change. You know, had to change.
Yeah.
And so that took me to where I'm at, where I am now. And I guess the best way to put it is at going through stages. My first stage was being unconsciously incompetent. I did not know what I did not know. The next stage that I went to was being unconsciously competent. I knew that I didn't know. The next stage that I went to was being consciously competent. And that's where I'm at now. I'm kind of like consciously competent, and I'm still learning. Because see, I want go ahead. I want to be where I'm skilled at what I do, and I do it like riding a bicycle or driving a car. I don't have to think about it. And so that level of being unconsciously competent is where I grow to be, or where I seek to be. So at this stage of the game, I say I'm consciously competent.
I'm going to ask you a question, Brother Drew. I've been coaching you now for like 7 years, you say? Let me ask you a question. What have I done for you, or what have I taught you? Or what have you learned from me?
You know, brother, when I talked about business etiquette, see, everybody's platform is different.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you can't learn from that platform. What I do is different from what you do, but it doesn't mean I can't learn from you from a business perspective.
Yeah, well, that's what I teach.
So listening to you, learning business strategies,
Yeah.
putting those strategies into action, the thought and action, putting those strategies into action and seeing what unfolds as I put them into action. And that's the beauty of sitting back, not only hearing, but listening.
Well, see, the thing is,
Millionaire
most people got to do,
mastermind.
they got to learn to listen. They got to learn to listen to learn and not listen to reply.
Yeah, that's hard to do. That's hard to do sometimes, because you being my mentor, and I consider you a friend. Sometimes you can't mentor individuals and be friends at the same time.
You got to know how to separate the two.
You got to separate the two. So, and you know how to separate the two. You know how to separate the two.
Yes.
Because you respect me just like I respect you.
Yes.
But you respect everyone the same way. You got something good for everyone in their lane. And that's why I appreciate you and respect you so much. Because that's the way you operate. You have something for everyone in their lane.
All right, my brother, let's do this. We got people on. Hello, Miss Austin. Glad to see you on. Drew, the title of tonight's show is Overpaying Your Bills. Let's talk about that.
Okay. We as consumers right now pay over $60 billion a year on household expenses.
Overpay.
Overpay
how much?
And $60 billion.
$60 billion a year.
$60
What we pay overpay a year?
Overpay. And we do it consistently, and we do it unconsciously.
Yeah, that's right. But most people don't realize they're overpaying. They really don't know.
The bill comes in, we open it, we see how much it is, we pay it, we don't question it. Now, everybody's not that way. So don't perceive me as saying everybody, because there are individuals that are quite frugal. There are individuals that pay attention to every penny that come into the house.
I'll hold my hand up on that one, brother.
I'm a frugal individual. I'm not stingy, but I'm frugal.
Yeah.
I'm a giver. I don't mind giving. I mean, there are times that I know individuals, I know they panhandling me. I know that. But I give because I do it from my heart. Because it could have been me. Outdoors, no food, no clothes, just alone without a friend, just another number with a tragic end. It could have been me out there. So I don't mind. So in overpaying, now I have the opportunity to provide a service to the marketplace where we don't charge you a dime unless we can save you a nickel.
You know, that's what I like about your business, Brother Drew. And you got to tell us more about your business. But the fact is that it's free to find out if you're overpaying. It don't cost a dime to find out. All you got to do is call Brother Drew. And the great thing, like I said, the greatest thing is you don't charge. And if you can't help them, they don't owe you anything. I mean, man, it don't get no better than that. That you can find out if you're overpaying, and if you are, how you can show them how to save that money. Because, like I often say, who needs it more, you or $1 million company or $1 billion company? Who needs it more?
Well, I can share the information, but it's up to the individual what they do with it. Because the only thing I have control over is who I share it with. And I can share it with as many people as I want to.
But Drew, the whole thing,
Here's
the thing about it, Brother Drew. Everybody needs your services. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It don't cost nothing to make a phone call to find out if you can save money. And if you can, the phone call is worth it. And if you can't, the phone call is worth it. It's where you can value one way or the other. Either way, they need your services. Your phone should be blowing up on a constant basis.
The great part about it, the great part about the platform, if we find that you're paying the provider a value price, then we're not going to charge you. We're not going to, because we don't change the provider. We just negotiate for a lower monthly payment.
Yes.
So if you're at a good rate for whatever particular bill it is, then it's good to find out that you are.
Yes, yes.
And that's free. The particulars of how we save individuals money, you upload your bills to our platform, we lower your bills. That's what we do. We have individuals working 24/7 to do that. That's what they do. You know, a lot of times, and I share this to make a point. A lot of times there are a lot of good products and services in the marketplace. And when you have individuals to share the information, it's not because the service is not any good or the product is not any good. It's just that the company could be paying television, radio, billboards, advertising. They just take that money and give it to the individuals that are sharing the information. So when you think about, are you willing to do it, or is it worth doing it? If you don't have a problem in providing a service to individuals that you know can help them, then there's no problem. I think the biggest thing that we think about sometimes is, man, this is one of those schemes coming up, one of those frauds, man. I ain't dealing with that mess, man. Cause I don't know what's going on. I don't want to be a part of it. I see individuals, I observe individuals in the store every day take their credit card, give it to the salesperson, or they slide it up and down or put the chip in, think no more of it. People order groceries online, think nothing of it. And I mean, individuals have a right, don't get me wrong. If you think you're protecting your personal information, then by all means, don't let nobody change your mind about how you regulate.
But you're not really, because if you got a cell phone, if you got a car, if you got a television, if you got a radio, they got your information, baby. They got your information, just that simple. You can't hide no more. You can't. It's impossible to hide now. If you got a telephone, if you got a cell phone, a car, a radio, or a TV, they got you. Or if you go shopping.
Things that people use on a monthly, things that people use, let's for instance take cell phone. People use cell phone, people use telephone, people watch TV, people use internet. People have landline in their houses. Sometimes they have the bundle, they have the TV, the internet, and the phone bundled together. Sometimes individuals have cell phones that, they have huge bills. I've seen huge cell phone bills. Those are things that even home security, we can do that. satellite radio, we can do that. We have garbage, we can do garbage. We can do water. You upload your bill. If we can't do it, we'll let you know. We can't lower the monthly, we'll let you know. But that's what it's all about. It's about helping someone. And some individuals, to be totally honest, they don't need no help. I mean, they're good at spending money every month, regardless of how much it costs. But if you are an individual that is conscious of what's going out on a monthly basis, then it could very well be beneficial to you.
Yeah,
check it out.
Okay.
So as I was sharing, it could be very beneficial to check it out. So it's a simple thing of, if you ever uploaded a picture to your phone, or if you ever uploaded a PDF on your computer, it's the same thing with how we regulate. You just upload the bill to our platform, or you can take a picture of it and we upload it to the platform. That's it. If we find a value for you, great. If we don't, you're good where you're at.
And everyone has credit card bills. Everybody's got utilities. I mean, if you can save me money on my electric bill, brother, my electric bill last month was kind of deep. But I know I got the best price for what I got, because I've already been through your program. And everybody, man, this thing of people not trusting as large a company as you're with, but you're an entrepreneur because it's your own business. It's like being an affiliate. You got to trust somebody somewhere. If you think everything is a scam, hello, Teresa, glad to see you on there. If you think everything is a scam, you'll never acquire and get nothing, because you're too afraid. And see, fear is a liar. Fear, F-E-A-R, is a liar.
I'll share something. Individuals that is familiar with the market, companies hire individuals to market the products, advertise the products, brand the products. They got people doing that. They do it every day. They're good at it. And believe it or not, like when we hear commercials on TV and things of that nature, believe it or not, subliminally, it goes into our subconscious mind, and we don't even think about it until we might be out. And just like the jingle, the best part of waking up, and people would say, it's Folgers in your cup. Yeah. So they can go buying coffee, because now the thing come up in their head that the best part of waking up in the morning is buying Folgers coffee, which couldn't be further from the truth.
That's true.
But people do it anyway.
Hello, Clifton. Glad to see you on too, Clifton. I've got people online. Like, I got people listening. Drew, we got a lot of people listening.
Going into business, I chose what was best for me. I'm not saying what I do is for everybody. Let me just share this. If I was to have purchased a McDonald's, Burger King, Subway, I wouldn't be in business, because I wouldn't have been willing to pay upward of $200,000 to get started. It takes at least, and this has been statistically proven, it takes at least 5 years to see a profit.
Now, people don't realize that. They really don't realize that, Drew. But it does take 5 years. Like you know what the standard rule for entrepreneurs is. If you can survive the first 5, usually you're going to be all right.
Now here's the clincher. Those people got to work, and this is the secret, and people miss it. The only place success comes before work is in the dictionary.
And you got to put in that 100 hours a week. I'm telling you, if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to work 100 hours a week. If
you're not willing to do the work, it don't make no difference what business is you for yourself. If you ain't willing to do the work, it's not going to happen. I've heard individuals say, I had an uncle Uncle Joe, who had a cousin, who had a friend, it didn't work for him, so Uncle Joe said it's not going to work for him. Now, what Uncle Joe have done is taken the mindset of somebody he don't even know, have claimed it for himself, and made it as an excuse why he's not going to move forward with something that could be beneficial to him.
You know, brother,
because it didn't happen for somebody else, it's not going to happen for me.
You know, I coach a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people.
But those saying the devil is a liar.
And with me talking to as many people as I talk to, Drew, I've never yet, and I don't believe it. I don't think I'm ever going to do it. Tell someone no when they say, "Well, I want to do this." I'm never going to tell them you can't, because if everybody did the same thing all the time, this world would not have all the opportunities and the business that it has. Because you didn't make it, don't mean I can't.
That's right. That's right.
That might be my purpose. That might be my calling, but it wasn't yours.
That's it. That's the answer. That's 100% correct.
But you know,
what the calling might be.
Looking at your business where you help people save money on their utilities, on their bills, and it's free to find out. I mean, it ain't like you charge them to help them save money. And if you can save them some money, the fee is so minimal. I mean, it ain't costing them nothing really. You're just a safety man for my money. That's all you are. You're a safety person for my money to make sure I'm not one of those that's overspending, overpaying. Part of that $60 billion a year that people overpay. $60 billion, man. You know how much money that is? Man, that's a lot of money for people to be overpaying in a year, per year. And that's what people are doing. Like you said, overpaying $60 billion a year. Man,
you know, in a nutshell, it's very simple, and it's a simple thing to do. But the point that we have to overcome is not knowing. And that's what I'm doing right now, educating.
Yeah.
Take away the fear. If it's something that you think you want to know more about, I'm available to share the information.
How can they reach you, Brother Drew? Tell them how to reach you.
You can reach me at 301-586-2177. 301-586-2177. You can go to www.drewscostreduction.com.
Now, Drews is DREWS. Reduction Services.com. All right. I just want to make sure, go Drew. I didn't know how, you're going to spell it. Everybody's going to spell it right.
I want to make sure, because I don't want anybody to have any wrong information. And it's just, you just go to drewscostreduction.com. DREWS, Drews Cost, COST, reduction.com. drewscostreduction.com.
And something about this brother too, y'all. This brother wrote one hell of a book. Oh, this brother has written a book. Drew, tell them about your book. What's your book, Drew? You wrote one hell of a book.
Let me just share. Can I share this email first? The email is info@drewscostreduction.com. The website is drewscostreduction.com. The email is info@drewscostreduction.com. So you can go take a look. One thing I cannot do is give a haircut over the video. If you ever try giving a haircut over the telephone, you know it ain't gonna work.
You got that right, my brother.
They don't even try to fire hose with everything I got because it's not going to work.
Yeah.
But you do have my telephone number. You got my contact. Direct message is the quickest way, 301-586-2177. Brother Mary mentioned about my book. I am an author. And I appreciate him bringing it up. Sometimes I forget. I probably wouldn't. But the title of the book is The Successful Sinner. Change your choices, change your life. The successful sinner. An individual would ask me, why did I choose that title, The Successful Sinner? Well, as long as I've been going to church, the preaching and pounding in my head along enough that I was a sinner. And I can't get around it because I was told, the preacher said, you born in sin. And anybody that say they're not a sinner is a liar. So if I'm a sinner, I was born in sin, then I might be a successful sinner. But the good part is I'm successful because of the blood. And if you don't understand that, we can have a conversation about that also. See, I'm saved by grace, not in my works. And we can have a conversation about that also. But that ain't what I'm here for tonight.
But Brother Drew, I'm highly impressed with you because you love to read. And that's like me. See, I was not. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. When I was in school, I was not a good student. Only thing about school I liked was three things. I loved math. I loved to read, and I was a hell of an athlete. I was a three-letter person. I lettered in football, wrestling, baseball. And I could have lettered in basketball, but wrestling season and basketball season were at the same time. I made the basketball team, and I quit that to wrestle. I just loved the one-on-one, man, the toughness, one-on-one, and that's why I did that.
Man, the only thing kept me out of college was high school, man. That's an old saying too, you catch that.
Yeah. But Brother Drew, the fact that you love to read, man, and you're very learned, and you're very positive minded, because it's not that you read, it's what you read. And the fact that you've read my book so many times, man, because you tell me that you read that thing many, many times, and every time you read it, you get something from it. That's Climbing Success Mountain. Well, now I have a brand new book that I released last Friday, From the Mind of William. And guess who one of the first people was to buy my book? Brother Drew was one of the first persons to buy my book.
Got it today.
And already you've been into it. Already. Tell them what happened today when you got the book, Brother Drew. Tell them what happened.
When I Brother Mary always talk about this on his show. He mentioned it. He mentioned it all the time about waking up in the morning and say thank you.
That's all you need to do, baby.
And I opened the book up. I just opened it up. And I opened it unknowingly to page 27. And it read, I woke up this morning. Thank you. More, please. And I said, what an appropriate page to open the book to. Because, see, I get to do that. Because I woke up this morning. I get to do that. I get to be on Brother Mary's program because I woke up this morning. I get to write a book because I woke up that morning. I get to live, move, and have my being because I woke up. And if you can wake up, you can get up. That's what it's told me.
That's right. And another thing is, you can do one of two things. You can get up and work towards your purpose, or lay in bed and let your purpose pass you by. And you know, I'm like you, Brother Drew. I'm one of them 5 o'clock people in the morning that wakes up early. I just can't sleep. I wake up every morning around 5 o'clock. It's like a clock goes off in my head. And when I wake up, like I say, I always say, thank you, more please. That's my prayer every morning. Thank you, more please. And then I talk to my spirit. I sit and listen in silence because your spirit's going to speak to you when you wake up. We're so busy ignoring it. It's like a foreign language to us. Don't realize your spirit got something to tell you, and we block it out. My book, Climbing Success Mountain, my spirit gave me that book one morning. And I tell a story about that too, but another show. But y'all, you got to realize we wake up with a purpose. Every time we wake up, it's with a purpose. You just got to realize what the purpose of that moment, that day is. And it's just that simple.
And we've had a purpose all our life. We've had a purpose all our life. And it's never going to come into fruition. It's never going to come into fruition. Our purpose is going to go with us to our grave.
Now, listeners, lines are open. Just talk to us. Or if you're on social media, I'm looking at you. If you post something, I'll read it. Because I see I got all these people on. Clifton, Teresa, Yvonne. Well, I got 2 Yvonnes on. Derek, Ava, Maggie. Okay, y'all. See, a lot of these numbers ain't got a name beside them, so I'm not going to be able to tell you who everybody on is. But make a comment, make on social media, and I'll read it to them. If you got a question and you're on live, talk to us. Lines are open.
Good evening, fellas. Good evening, Successionaires. How's it going?
Hello. How you doing, dear?
Hello.
I'm doing good. Brother Drew, it's good to hear you on here. I love what you're talking about tonight. I'm enjoying the conversation. You know, I've been taking some mental notes, and I wanted to go backwards to what you were talking about earlier when you were talking about being consciously competent and then unconsciously competent and all the process of getting to a place of awareness.
Yes.
And what I want to comment on you, excuse me, I got to speak. Excuse me.
Bless you.
What I want to compliment you on, Brother Drew, is thank you. I've watched you over the years, Brother Drew, and the way you get from unconsciously competent to consciously competent is by doing the work. And Brother Drew, one thing I know about you is you are one of the soldiers out there who are doing the work. I've never known you to take a pause. Every time I talk to you or I hear about you, you're busy doing something. You're busy. So you're a good person to be on this call tonight having this conversation, because I've seen you not only doing the work for yourself, but you support others. You've been one of my biggest supporters, and I know you've been one of the biggest supporters for the Millionaire for the Millionaire Mastermind Institute. Thank you so much. So I want to applaud you publicly, Brother Drew, for all the work that you're doing in front of the scenes, but more so behind the scenes, because you've been a soldier in the game, and I appreciate you for that, because you have definitely been a trailblazer, and you've been you set an example. You're setting the tone, and I really, really appreciate that.
Thank you, Ms. G.
Also, I wanted to also say, I'm so glad that you didn't follow in your uncle's mindset when your uncle decided that because someone else couldn't do it, he couldn't do it. That's one thing I know about you. That's so far from who you are as a person. That's so far from who you are. So again, I applaud you for that, because it's easy to fall under our elders' mindset and take on the energy that they have. So I, again, applaud you for surrounding yourself with people who think big, and therefore you think big. And you know, you've been self-taught in a lot of ways. Like you said, you read that book that day, and it was a life changer. So I see you, brother, is what I want to let you know. I see you out there. I see you doing the work, and I thank you for that.
Thank you, Ms. G. One of the most important things for an individual to do is to step into their own space. And what I mean by step into your own space is when you look into the mirror, see more than the image that you're looking at. Look past the image and look inside, and you'll see a difference. Because that image is not going to change. You know, my father said one time, boy, the only way you don't get old, you die young. So the image matures with, the image changes with age. You can say mature as I want to say, I don't want to use any other term. I say mature because it makes a difference, but you have to mature on the inside along with the outside, and it makes a difference. And it costs. It's a price you have to pay, because bad habits are going to take you to bad places. Good habits are going to take you where you want to go. That choice has to be made. Do I want to continue with bad habits, or do I want to conform where I know that what I do is going to carry me to where I want to be? Now, the price that has to be paid is the individual willing to do it, because there's a price to be paid.
That's where the work comes in, Brother Drew. That's where the work comes in. And
that's where the work comes in. Correct.
When you retired from work, I remember when you retired and you took on the world of entrepreneurship. And I've seen you. I've seen you growing, and I've seen you, I've seen your work. I've seen you doing the work, putting the work in. So yes, you're absolutely right.
He's never missed maybe a couple of my classes that I teach. Every time I do an event, he's there. He's there. He listens to my show.
Brother Drew has always been.
And he comes on a lot and comments during the show. So now I'm giving y'all a chance to see what the brother looks like.
Well, I played hooky tonight because I had something to do, but it was important to me, probably more to me than Brother Mary, because he could find somebody to come on the show. So I'm humbled to be here, but I share from my heart, because it's important for individuals to understand that things don't happen overnight. People go into business. People say, hey, you can do this. You can be a millionaire overnight. And you don't have to do no work. All of that's a bunch of baloney.
Yeah, it's a whole daggone roll of baloney, baby.
Brother Mary said he's a 45-year overnight success. 45-year overnight success.
Yep. Hello, Larry. Glad to see you on, Mr. Johnson, and my girl Jewel. Hello, Jewel. I love you, darling. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Drew, 45 years. People talking about, man, got it made. Yeah, but you ain't see the 45 years that the hell I went through, what I had to learn to be where I am, and the fact that I learned what I learned, and in my learning, I learned how to teach you.
Yeah. Nobody sees that. Nobody sees. Everybody, you can see the outcome of your work, but you can't see what the struggle. And I use the word struggle because you can struggle good also. Nobody sees the struggle that you go through to reach a certain plateau. If you ask 1,000 individuals the meaning of success, each answer will be different. Yeah. But if you ask the same 1,000 the meaning of failure, their answer is going to be one's inability to reach their goals or dreams or desire. Period.
Brother Drew, today is my 11th day of a juice and water fast. I've lost 13 pounds so far. Man, I haven't been under 200 pounds in years, so I'm under 200 now. My goal is 190, or if I can get to 185, fine. I'm gonna stay on this fast until February when I break it. Now, here's what this lady told me today. I was at the gym. This lady was talking to me, and we were talking. I was telling her I was fasting, like my 11th day, and I lost this weight. She said, "Yeah, but when you start eating again, you will gain it back." Why are you going to go through this to lose it when you know you're going to gain it back? I told him I'm not going to gain it back. That's why I'm in the gym 3 or 4 times a week. I'm taking what weight I'm losing in my body and building it into muscle. I've always had a 6-pack. I just had some coating over it. I had some fat over it, but I'm gonna get I'm almost down to the 3-pack now. So I'm gonna get my 6-pack. It's just a matter of me just hanging in there. And like she said, well, why are you going to fast like and starve yourself? You go gain the weight back. That's your mindset. That's not my mindset.
Right. That's their mindset. That's right.
I know I can do this. Well, I can't go without eating. What's that got to do with me? Because you can't go without eating. This is not my first time fasting. Brother Dick Gregory and I used to fast on a regular. So I know how to fast. And I told you about, I got my book that I keep telling y'all that you can get if you want it. Spiritual Rejuvenation Fast. And I offer it to everybody. All you got to do is text me, email me, or call me, 240-619-2019. Email me, trts.info1@gmail.com. Or just or you can also send me a text message, 931-269-1010. Brother Drew, tell them how they can reach you again before you give your last words.
My phone number, 301-586-2177. Again, 301-586-2177. You can visit my website, Drew's Cost Reduction, www.drewscostreduction.com, www.drewscostreduction.com is the website. You can email me, info@drewscostreduction.com, info@drewscostreduction.com, and I'll share some information with you. Brother information is free.
I'm glad you came on the show, and your phone should be blowing up. Everybody out there can save money. Don't be part of that $60 billion a year that people. Drew, I can't get over that figure, man. I ain't lying.
If nothing else, if someone is interested in knowing more, what I'll do that. I'll just, if you text me, if you message me, or if you send me your email, I'll share some information with you. I got a video, 1 minute, 19 seconds, 1 minute, 19 seconds. If you view that platform in 1 minute and 19 seconds and you don't like what you see, no big deal.
Hey, Brother Drew, I want to thank you for coming on, my brother. It's been a pleasure. Your phone should be blowing up tomorrow or all week, because I got so many listeners that I got more people watching the replay than watch the live show. So, Brother Drew, you should be getting plenty of phone calls. People and companies. It ain't got to be personal. If you have a bill, business or personal, the brother can help you. It ain't about personal people. It's about.
And we do consultations to commercial also. We do consultations for commercial. And Walker I'm gonna keep on trucking, just like this song. I'm gonna keep on trucking, man.
Yes.
Some will, some won't. Someone's waiting.
Yep.
That's my philosophy.
Some will, some won't. Some do, some don't.
That's right.
Brother Drew, I want to thank you, my brother, for coming on. This is not your last time on, my brother. I know that.
It's been a pleasure.
You give comments and stuff, and I appreciate it. I just gave him a chance to see your face because you talk on my shows all the time, and I want them to see that you ain't quite as handsome as me.
That's all right. That's all right, man. I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it, so it's all good with me. It's all good with me.
Thank you, Brother Drew. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For those of you who are listening in, tuning in, I'm doing a drive for some financial support. You can go to for the road to success, go to Cash App $W Murray or paypal.me/MM Institute or P.O. Box 47438, District Heights, Maryland, 20753. Now, for those of you that want to order my new book, From the Mind of William, this book, From the Mind of William, are affirmations written by Professor Murray. You will learn the positive side of life and how to live it. It will teach you, guide you, and give you a broader way to live and enjoy everything that happens in business and in life. Not to you, but that all that happens for you. You will learn how to be successful in business and life. After reading this book, you will not be the same person that you were when you started. And that's fact. This book will change your life. It's definitely going to change your mindset. 240-619-2019. You can go to PayPal, me.MM Institute. Or you can call 240-619-2019. You can text me at 931-269-1010 to order your book. It's only $25, plus you get a little gift with it. From the Mind of William. The thought, see that then? The thought and the action process to success. It took me over a year to write this book, y'all. I mean, it wasn't an easy write. It's an easy read, but I had to make sure I put everything in its perspective. How you doing, Roland? Glad to see you on, my brother. But I had to put everything in perspective. You're gonna love my book. Now. Let me, Brother Drew's in it. Brother Drew, I'm gonna read what you said. I've got a part of my book that says, here's what others think and say about Professor Murray. Brother Drew wrote, Brother Murray, I heard you say many times after introducing yourself and sharing the service you provide to the marketplace. Ask a question. How may I help you? As an entrepreneur, speaker, author, educator, you have presented yourself authentically to the marketplace, but more than that, set an example for me and how many more aspiring and business leaders. To ask, how can I help you, is a portrayal of servant leadership. Your living legacy is service to the masses through educating the person to connect with Earth's inner strength. Then he says, I love you, man, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. I put it out there to the public that I had a part in my book where I want to know what you thought of me. And he was one of the ones that answered. And several of them in the book now. I didn't just drew his. I got 3 pages of people and what they said. So you have to order my book. It's a book of affirmations from the mind of William. And I'm an affirmation junkie. So I'm forever giving affirmations that tell a story that you got to dig deep in the affirmation to get the meaning. Third eye, third ear. And that's what these are, because they're affirmations with explanations. So what's this one? I opened up to one page. What is it? The power in forgiveness is you freeing your mind. When you forgive someone for something that they did, you are setting your mind free from negativity. Carrying that thought around in your mind is putting a cloud in your thoughts and your life. It's a cloud you don't want hanging over you. Forgiveness is taking a burden off of your heart. Free your mind and your life will follow. I mean, I got 100 affirmations with explanations in this book. And all of them are from the mind of William. They aren't something you've heard before, because those, unless you tune into my show or attend my classes. It's that time of the evening. Like I often tell you, this is the quickest hour of the week. Boy, this hour goes by so fast. I'm telling you, it seems like I just came on. And I appreciate Brother Drew Walker being my guest for this evening. And I always tell you, if you want to be a guest, contact me. Just contact me if you want to be a guest. I can bring you on as a guest. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Like I always tell you, if you push me, I'll pull you. If you pull me, I'll push you. Y'all, it don't matter whether you're pushing or you're pulling. Y'all, we're going to get there together. I am guaranteeing you success through my process. I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. So until next time, everyone, God bless, and keep working on your road to success. Until next time, everyone, God bless.